Hachette Audio presents The Castaways. Written by Elin Hilderbrand. Read by Katie Hale.
For my twin brother, Eric Hilderbrand, my oldest and truest friend. The Chief. Because the accident occurred out on the water and not on the land that fell under his jurisdiction, it was unusual that the chief was the first one to find out. But that was the benefit of an official position. He was a lightning rod for information, a conduit. Everything went through him first. Dixon, his best sergeant, came into the office without his usual peppermint breeze of self-confidence. Was he sick? His skin was the color of frostbite, even though it was the first day of summer. In the seconds immediately before Dixon shuffled in, the chief had been thinking of Greg with envy. The wind was strong. You couldn't ask for a better day to sail. Greg planned to go all the way to the vineyard, and if he caught the gusts, he would be there in 5 minutes. Tess would hate it. She would be clinging to the mast, or down below in the cramped head, her face as green as a bowl of pea soup. "What's up?" the chief said. Dixon, who had the broadest shoulders the chief had ever seen on a human being, was hunched over. He looked like he was going to upchuck right there on the chief's desk. He had gotten a haircut that morning, too, his summer buzz, which made his head seem square and strange, his scalp vulnerable. "The Coast Guard just called," Dixon said. "There's been an accident on the water." The chief said. This was the stuff of his days. Accidents, crime, people fucking up in big ways and small. Mostly small, he had come to realize after 17 years on the force. "Chief," Dixon said, "the MacAvoys are dead." The chief would have called himself impossible to faze. Even on an island as privileged and idyllic as Nantucket, he had seen it all. An 8-year-old boy shot in the face by his father's hunting rifle. A woman stabbed 51 times by a jealous ex-boyfriend. Heroin overdoses, a Bulgarian prostitution ring, cocaine, ecstasy, moonshine, high school kids stealing diamond rings from beach cabanas, gangs, and a host of domestic disputes, including a man who broke a chair over his wife's head. As it turned out, the chief was right. He was impossible to faze. Because when Dixon said, "The MacAvoys are dead," the MacAvoys being Tess, Andrea...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?